Hey, Mike here from Caliber Automotive. Today we're gonna amp it up. Okay, not really. We're gonna talk about current, which is amperage, and so that's kind of why I said that. But anyway, I want to help you understand how to safely boost your car, or someone else's car, or whatever it is. We get worried these days because of all the computers and electronics in our cars. Sometimes we pop the hood and there's not even a battery under there. How does this thing even work? Anyways, let me show you. It's real simple. It's going to take a minute. I talked about it in my newsletter. The safest way, step-by-step process, we'll just walk through it here on the video because some people don't like reading my newsletters. So I thought maybe they like watching my videos. Anyway, here we go. First things first, you need a set of booster cables. My recommendation is at least 16 feet long. That way you're not tripping over things, or if you're parked in a way that you can't reach it, you still have a little bit of room and they'll connect. Also, don't cheap out. Spend some money on them because the cheap ones, when you get cold, you don't like to move, you kind of stiffen up. Well, cheap booster cables will turn into like dried spaghetti. How good is that when you're trying to stretch them out to boost a car? Not good. So what my recommendation is, 16-foot booster cables, high flex insulation on them. They're set out to work in cold temperatures, just a hint. And here we go. So you got your booster cables, you got your car that's dead, and you have someone who was so nice to pull up and say, hey, do you need a hand? Yes, I do. I have some booster cables. I'd like to boost my car. Perfect. Step one out of the way. Step two, we're going to connect the positive booster cable to the dead battery. Right on the battery. Boink. Then we're going to take the opposite end of that positive cable. We're going to connect it to the car that's going to give you the boost. This one in particular does not have a battery under the hood. This is a perfect example from my antics earlier. So anyways, next step is we're going to take the negative cable and connect it to the negative side of the good battery or car that's not dead. And then the final step for connection is we're going to connect the opposite end of the negative cable to the dead car. Now, we don't want to connect it straight to the battery if at all possible. We want to connect it to a remote location, often set out in the owner's manual for jump starts. In this case, there's no set out negative jump post, so we're going to use a piece of bare metal that's connected to the engine block. This is important. As long as it's connected to the engine and it's in a safe place, it's not going to be hit by the fan or the belt, you're in good shape. Don't use anything else by way of bare metal on the body at all. That'll protect your computers. So here we are, we're all hooked up. One might ask, why not just use the negative terminal of the battery? Great question, and here's the answer. Dead battery. You've been trying to start your car for a while. Tell me the truth, you are. Whoop, 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 it's not going. So you've taken this low state of charge battery and you've sucked it right down. There's no resources left whatsoever. Maybe it's a bit older. It may, most likely will begin to off gas. And when you connect the negative or the final connection to the dead vehicle, it's immediately going to try and draw all of the resources out of this battery. I mean, that's a good thing. But what happens by way of doing that is as soon as it connects, there's going to be some sparks, or can be sparks. Not always, but a lot of times there's going to be some sparks. So when that happens, you want to be away from the dead battery, and that's why you use a remote location. So with that knowledge, you pack a punch. You can boost your own car, even if it has a computer in it. A little secret, computers have been in cars for 20 years. Nothing to be afraid of here. All you need, good set of booster cables, some know-how. Thanks for watching the video. Now you're there and you're good to go. Have a great night.